Welcome students to maths class. Today we will understand what are factors. Like here, for 6 to find the factors, we have to find any two numbers which when multiplied will give the answer 6. So here it is 2 multiplied by 3 gives us 6. So 2 and 3 are called the factors of the product 6. How to find out all the factors? We will use multiplication method. And what are the steps? Let us understand. Multiplication means table. We have to multiply and find the answer should be same. We have to multiply different numbers to get that same answer. So these numbers which we multiply to get that same answer are called the factors of that number. So always start from 1, then 2, then 3 and so on till you get the highest factor, which is the number itself. Then leave the number which is not a factor. That means which is not divisible by that number, that you can leave that number. Keep on finding factors till we get the repeat factor. For example, here 1 into 12 is 12, 2 into 6 is again 12, 3 into 4 is 12, then 4 into 3 is 12. Now here we can see as soon as we get the repeat factor, 4 is repeating itself. So that means we have found the smallest factor and in turn we are getting the biggest factor also. The smallest is 1 and the biggest is the number itself. And when we are writing the factors, we are listing it down, we should write it in ascending order. So let us start from the number 1. So the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. And remember, the repeated factor need not be written here again. So this is how we find factors by multiplication method. Now let me give you an example of finding factor for 45. So as I said, we will always start from 1 and leave the number which is not a factor of this 45. So let us start. 1 into 45 will get 45, so we have written it here. 2 is not a factor, so we have left it. Then 3 into 15 is 45, so we have written it here again. 4 is not a factor, not divisible by 45, so we will leave it. 5 into 9 is 45, so we have written it again here. 6 is not a factor of 45, it's not divisible. 7 is also not there. 8 is also not divisible by 45, so next number is 9 and we can see 9 is repeating itself. 9 into 5 is 45. Since 9 is repeating, that means we have found out all the small factors and the bigger factors have come on their own. So let us write down factors of 45. Factors of 45 are 1, 3, 5, 9 and 45. We just have to follow this U shape and we'll find the answer of all the factors by multiplication method. And we remember to use the divisibility rules in this to find the factors. Now let us move on to the next slide, which is showing us composite and prime numbers. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers are basically those numbers which have only two factors. For example, 2. 2 can be found out by multiplying 1 and 2. So 1 and itself only. Similarly, 3, 5, 7, 11. These numbers have only two factors. The number 1 and itself. They do not come in the table of any other number. So such numbers that come in the table of 1 and itself only are called prime numbers. That means they have only two factors, 1 and itself. They are called prime numbers and the examples are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and so on. Now what are composite numbers? All other numbers other than prime are called composite. Now still a little more explanation. Composite numbers are those numbers which have more than two factors. For example, 4. We can get the answer 4 if we multiply 1 into 4 and if we multiply 2 multiplied by 2. then also we get 4. So there are more than 2 factors for 4. So it is called a composite number. And a special case, 0 and 1 is neither prime nor composite. 1 is a special number because it has only one factor. 1 into 1 is 1. So 0 and 1 are neither prime nor composite, and 1 is the unique number. Now let me show you some properties of factors which are very important. So we have to learn them and understand them also. 1 is the smallest factor of any number. We have just seen, no matter which number we find out, the smallest factor will be 1 and the biggest factor will be the number itself. In this case, 45 is the number for which we have to find factors. So 1 is the smallest, 45 is the biggest. Here in this case, if we are finding factors of 12, 1 is the smallest and itself 12 is the biggest. So 1 is the smallest factor of any number, and therefore 1 is the factor of all numbers. This is also applicable. Similarly, a number itself is the largest factor of itself. Therefore, all other factors of that number are less than the number. Again, let us see that example. The smallest is 1, biggest is 45, and all the other factors come in between 1 and 45 only. So this is an interesting fact to remember, that a number is the largest factor and all other factors of a number are less than the number itself. Next one, every number except 1 has minimum 2 factors. All other numbers, only 1 is special or unique. Now, next one. Any example number which has only 2 factors is called a prime number. Prime means it has only 2 factors. It does not come in table of any other number other than 1 and the number itself. So the examples are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and so on. And all the numbers that are not prime, that means they have more than 2 factors, are called composite numbers. Example 4. Composite numbers starts from 4, 6, 8, 9 and so on. So we have to learn these examples also. Now some more unique facts of factors. 0 and 1 is neither prime nor composite. 1 is called the unique number and 2 is the smallest prime number. And 2 is also even number. So 2 is actually the smallest even prime number. And 4 is the smallest composite number. So I hope you have understood what are prime and composite, and you can find out all factors using multiplication method. Now let me show you another interesting method or activity by which you can find prime factors of a number only. Not all factors, only prime factors. It is called factor tree method. In this, we divide the composite number into prime factors. For example, let us find the factors of 24. So for that, 6 into 4 is 24 and 6 is a composite number, so we'll break it down further. 3 into 2 is 6. Now we have got the first prime number is 3 and 2 is another prime number. Now let us break down 4. 4 can be divided into 2 into 2 is again 4. So 2 is again a prime number and 2 is a prime number again. And 2 and 3, as we have already learnt, are called prime numbers. So we have found the prime factors using factor tree method. And we can check it also. How? Let us see. 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12 and 12 2s are 24. So the factors of 24 are 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 using factor tree method. Let me give you one more example. Factor tree method to find prime factors of a number. The number is 20. So let us break it down. In 2 into 10 is 20. Now 2 is the prime, so we'll leave it here. Now 10 is not prime, 10 is a composite number, so we'll break it further. 2 into 5 is 10. 2 is again prime number and 5 is again prime number. So we have found the prime factors which are circled in red for the number 20. And we can check it. 2 2s are 4 and 4 5s are 20. So 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 5, 20. These are the prime factors of 20. So factor tree method is very interesting and we can find the prime factors using factor tree method. Now another example I would like to share with you, because this has a very interesting concept, that we can find prime factors in more than one way. 36, here also 36, here also 36, but all these three are same. How? Let us show you. 2 into 18 is 36. 2 is a prime number, so we'll leave it there. Now 18 can be broken. 2 into 9 is 18. So 2 is a prime, we'll leave it, but 9 can be broken. So 9 is 3 into 3 is 9. So the prime factors of 36 are 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. So we have written it here. 2 times 2 and 2 times 3. We can break 36 in another way like this. 12 into 3 is 36. 3 is prime, so we'll leave it here. And 12 can be broken further. 3 4s are 12. So 3 is again prime, we'll leave this, but we'll break 4 now further. 2 into 2 is 4. So we have got the prime factors of 36 and they are again 2 times 3 and 2 times 2, just like this. 3 into 2 into 2 into 3. 2 times 2 and 2 times 3. Now let us see 36 in this way also. 4 into 9 is also 36 and 4 can be broken down further because it's a composite number. 2 into 2 is 4 and 2 we have got the prime numbers here. Now 9 can be broken into 3 into 3. So again we have found prime factors of 36 in these three ways, but all the three ways we are getting the same answer. 2 times 2 and 2 times 3 makes 36. You can see it here. So no matter how you break the number, you will get the final prime numbers same, and you can multiply it also to check it. I hope this is very easy, very interesting and very nice method to remember, that we can find prime factors of any number using factor tree method. If you want to revise the concept, just go through the video again. And as the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. So keep revising the table and practice sums. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.